What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Coming at you with a presidential edition of the market outlook for the S&P 500. I've been looking at the ES for a couple days now over the weekend and really just looks super bullish to me. So I wanted to give you an idea of the areas I was looking at and the areas that we need to be watching just in case our thesis goes to the downside. So there's been a lot of talk in the markets, especially the geopolitical talk with the Trump tariffs and the whole 9 yards. And whether you like it or not, I do believe that the market likes it as well, that these tariffs will be good for America and they will make a lot of money. They will bring in jobs back to America, and they are also reciprocal tariffs. They're not out of line. So really it's just tit for tat. And it will generate a lot of income for not only America, but American businesses as well. Because why would you buy out of the country when you can buy things at home for the same price? Because now the things from out of the country will no longer be as cheap or cheaper than the things that we produce in this country. So it may sting at first for everybody, but ultimately it will mean more money in the long run. And I do believe the stock market knows that's true. I can tell just from looking at the high time frame chart that we are extremely bullish. And so I wanted to share with you exactly what I was looking at. So we're going to take it all the way from the top down. We're going to look, from the weekly profile, from the monthly, all the way down, and we're going to stop about the 4 hours. So let's get right to it as we jump right into it. So first and foremost, guys, we're going to start with this weekly profile. Okay, so this is a massive 4-week balance area. This is 1 week. This is 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks. Okay, this is last week's right here, and then this is us. All right, this was huge. Okay, and then they basically started filling in this upper area. So all that's happened here, guys, is we have been accepting value as we move up in this range here. And as you notice, we're making kind of a funnel here. And what we're really doing is playing the weekly leg ends all the way up here. And it is just a massive accumulation pattern as we accept value moving higher. And I do believe that this is moving higher. And so some of the levels that I want you guys to really pay attention to, let me zoom in to find out what's important here. One, this 2-week value area here. Okay, and then last week's value area. Okay, and what's going to be important here is 6111 and 6101.75. Okay, I want you to remember those two levels because they're going to come into play later. Okay, the other one is 6152. This is derived from the weekly chart. This is a TPO break above level for me, which is big, and so above that, I believe we can continue to keep surfing. And we also have a weekly single down here to 61.15. So that is a market inefficiency that will need fixed, okay, which is very close to the 61.11. There's a reason that I'm pointing all this stuff out for you guys, so please jot this stuff down, okay? All right, so that was the weekly TPO. All right, now we're going to go ahead and go right into the monthly here, just so you guys can see what's going on. This thing looks insanely bullish, okay, first and foremost. And we haven't gained, so it's no big deal. But the level to remember is 61.23. That's a big level, and you'll find out why, okay? But it's pretty clear we played this support. We've been moving up, okay? So now, the next level we're going to look at here is we're going to take it over real quick to the daily time frame on the TPO, okay? Just so you guys can see what's going on. Again, 61.52 is our break above level. We have weekly singles down to 61.16 and daily singles to 61.15. Very important. Okay. We also have a previous weekly value area high over here, 61.11.25. Big deal. Remember this area, guys. There's a reason I'm showing this to you. And then 61.03 is a naked POC. Okay. Down there is also that big 2-week composite value area high. Okay. So we have the composite value area high, we have the previous week's value area high, we've got weekly and daily singles, we've got a naked POC. There's a lot down here, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and get rid of that as well. And we'll get right into the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is looking sexy too. This thing's super hella bullish actually. Okay, so we've got a leg down that runs from here. I'm sorry, that's not true. We've got a leg down that runs from here, and here, and here. Okay, giving us this top, and this top. Now let's get rid of this. All right, 61.22 was tested on Friday at the lows. which is the reason we've been soaring up right now, okay, for the past 2 days. All right. And when I say 2 days, I'm also including the holiday, which is yesterday, which is whatever. So we also have below that 61.19. So again, remember these levels. These are important. And then we have a top down here at 61.10.50. And also 61.09 is our big top down daily over here. They got a reaction here, 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 essentially here, here, and is in line with this daily here. So just a big, big level. Okay. Now, underneath the 60.92, this is a tested levels. Remember, I said under 6100 we kind of got a little trouble. Okay, which is kind of the reason I like this level, because I like these do or die levels, because there is no area to buy lower, so it has to hold. If it doesn't hold, you're wrong and you get out, and your loss is limited. So again, if we get underneath the 6100, we're going to come to 60.30.75 and play the leg in. All right. Now, just keep that in mind, because I don't think that's going to happen, but the possibility of it happening is definitely there. Okay. So let's remember the 61.19 spot, because even though 61.22 is played, I would definitely be all about this spot if we did a little peekaboo underneath there, regain the 22.50, and went. I think it could take us all the way up to the 61.52 or even higher. Okay. I think it's a great trade. The other great trade I like, again, obviously, is the 61.10 area. Okay, I think this level is great. And back above the 61.22, we're off and running. And I don't mean just off and running. I think this is a big level because it's a weekly level as well. There's a lot there, and we start to regain these leg down. It's over with. I mean, it's nothing is in its way. Okay, everything is tested except for 61.52, and it's technically tested on SPX. So I'm not even worried about it, because SPX is going to be at all-time highs very soon. It missed it by like 30 cents. SPY already touched all-time highs. So other than the 60.52, I know this is tested, right? So the other level, the big level we have to worry about, though, is the 66. It is super significant, and it will more than likely get a reaction, but it may only pull us back to 52 and we keep going. So I'm going to go ahead, now that I've shown you guys the daily time frame, let's go ahead and get right into the 4 hour, because it's pretty crystal clear what's going on there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and remove this, so all the other lines, so you guys can see what's up. But as you see, 61.09 is a big level. I mean, we had 61.10, 61.11. We got a 1 hour 61.05. We got the, there's just so much stuff here. It's insane. And we got that weekly at 61.08. Love this level. Okay, if this level plays, we get back above 21, we're out of here. Okay, now the other thing is remember, there's a daily at 19. So as you can see, this was a big daily low here. It's a 4 hour wick. Sweep below this and play the 19. We could squeeze all the way up to 52 or higher. Okay, absolutely possible. Okay, it could just keep going. I don't know how high it can go. All right, so I just know 52 is untested. So it's the only reason I keep mentioning that. Now, 61.09, this area is a banger. Love this level, right? But I know under 6100 it's in trouble, right? So maybe under like 96 or something, I'd be sweating my ass off, right? So, I'd probably cut it at that point. But we're talking about a huge risk to reward, because I think that if this level plays, it's just going to go. 61.43 is our 4 hour spot here that we struggled to kind of bump our head against. They regained, and now I don't know what's going to happen here. It's Globex, so it doesn't really matter. This whole thing was trash anyway. It was a holiday session. So anyways, that's how it looks on the 4 hour by itself. Now let's go ahead and add every other line in there. I know it gets a little messy, so I'll zoom in. There's one other chart I forgot to show you guys. So this is the 4 hour picture here. Remember, 61.19. Okay, so if we wick it and go, that'd be great. This is the weekly singles and the 4 hour all the way to the weekly singles and the daily singles all the way to 61.15. This is an inefficient market. It definitely needs to get cleaned up, right? And if so, man, I'd love it to come down to 61.10, 61.09 area, 61.08. We also have a daily untested ETH leg end at 61.06. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, so this area is littered with support. Love this. And I could totally see this thing doing one of these numbers too, right? So that's the other thing. So remember, 61.48. Okay, and this played perfect right here. It also played perfect here. Okay, we bumped up against it earlier too. So we know that if we get above 61.48 and come down, this thing could have some problems, right? So that's why I kept saying, like, 52 is still untested. There's a 4 hour up there. If we go up to 52 and get back under 48, boom, we're short because our stop's only 4 points, maybe 5 at the most for a little buffer. And then under 43, we get some action. Under 29, and then we're essentially looking for like 19 or even 10, right? That would be a gangster's play right there. So that's our two possible scenarios. Three, I guess I should say. One, we got the short. One's the failed breakdown underneath 21 into 19 and go. And then the other one, or maybe even better, is to come down here and do this number. That would be sick. But 6110 is definitely untested and all that jazz. And then again, we already know that, underneath 6100, this thing's got trouble because 92 is definitely tested. That's the only other daily I had down here. 6196, I'd probably cut it way before that. I didn't want to see it play. Really 6100 would probably be it for me. So anyways, long story short, it doesn't matter. That's the setups for you guys. You guys trade them how you will. And, everybody knows that they got to use their own risk management. This is just advice. This kind of the spots I'm looking at. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So just be careful. But I think this could be a good one. And it's been a long time since I've seen you guys, so it's good to say hello. And I'll be on the stream tomorrow for YouTube if you want to check it out. It's just streaming the levels as they change. And it's been kind of fun. So it's been nice because I've been able to watch it in my kitchen when I walk away from the computer. So together we will conquer these markets, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy.